Hello, yes, I'm another ordinary person. I guess my story is about raid basketball, which I have been, coordinating for the past 4 years. It's a weekly basketball competition for teenagers and adults with intellectual disabilities. And each Wednesday night, the Radford gym just across the road is filled up with the most vibrant characters you'll ever meet in your life. There's also a lot of Radford student volunteers as well, very energetic, and also some parents and carers that come along each night to score and to support our players, basically. I guess raid isn't your ordinary social competition sports night. I guess the best way to describe it is basically like a televised football match. 20% of the players that arrive believe that they actually are part of a first grade NRL game, and the remaining 80% actually just go with it. I guess the night basically includes everything. So as soon as you arrive, you're, basically, we have sideline interviews, so you have a fake microphone pointed in your face where you have to then give a briefing of how the night's going to go. We have inspiring team talks in the change rooms prior to moving out to the game. And to top it all off, we have the New Zealand haka that begins before the whistle blows for the game itself. Basically, it's, I encourage, and we all encourage these fantastic ideas that the participants come up with, because for a lot of these participants, it's the one night of the week or the one day of the week that they look forward to. It's, it's a part of, it's basically a supportive environment where, they're not confined to a school classroom or a work environment where they could just express themselves and have fun. So, I have had some unusual requests that I had to have, say no to. I had somebody call me to ask if we could have fireworks in the stadium once. And another time he asked if we could put a motorbike with a mascot down the sideline of the gym. But I thought that with Philip, Mr. Heath here, I thought that it might damage the floors. He might not be very happy about it. So they agreed about that, so we decided to can that one. I guess walking into the gym for the first time, you kind of feel like a celebrity because they just love new people. They love to socialise with anyone. So as soon as you walk in, you're just surrounded by a whole bunch of people asking you just the most bizarre questions. Some of them, aren't too bad, but, where do you live? Do you have a car? Do you like Chinese food? Some of the questions you'll get asked straight away. One participant always used to approach me when he first came with just a sweet one-liner. One night he just came up to me and said, "We can't use all the water, otherwise the dam will run out." And I went, fair enough. The following week he said something along the lines of, "I cannot swear in public." And I went, that's true. And the last one, or the one that I remember the most, was he said, "Mummy says I cannot fart in public, only in the car." And his mother was actually beside me when this happened, and I looked at her and we both had a laugh together because I'd just love to know why that conversation had to happen, like where he was to have to say that. Basically, his mother then was explaining how she's trying to get her son to understand what a greeting is and how to greet somebody when he first meets them. And so I said, all right, I'll help with that. We'll see how we can go with basketball. So each night when he arrived, by the time he got to me and was about to say something, I would say to him, "Hello, how are you today?" And the first time it happened, he kind of stared at me really blankly and just walked away because he had no idea what to say. But I kept it up, no harm done. So for the last, the next 2 months, basically, I just spent my days, or, when he arrived, saying, "Hello, how are you today?" About 3 months later, I got a response, "Good, thank you." Improvement. So we kept at it with his mum there watching, and every night we said, "Hello, how are you?" And he would say, "Good, thank you." About 6 months down the track, I was basically busy handing out basketballs to everybody else, and I saw this, figure coming towards me. So I looked, and it was him, and before I could say something to him, he said to me, "Hello, Alesha, how are you today?" And I stood there blankly going, and finally I said, "Good, thank you, how are you?" So that participant actually runs his own business now. He has his own washing business in Canberra itself. He washes our uniforms each week, but he also does a lot of cafes around Canberra. Basically, after school, he goes to those cafes and he goes up to the person and says, "Hello, how are you today? I'm here to collect the washing." And we're like, yes, finally. I guess it's the small things that, you know, we take for granted that can be such a great achievement to some people that are around you. And I mean, supervising a game itself and watching everybody and things around you, you can find that, you know, little Johnny falls over and one of the students will come up, pick him up, pat him on the back, and they're off again. The following week, there's another little player who falls over, and it's little Johnny who's there, who basically lends a helping hand and picks up that player. And sometimes you realise that, I guess, you know, you don't even realise what good you're doing. It's not just a basketball game. You know, sport matters different ways as well. So I guess, you know, it's those types of moments when I'm at basketball that I enjoy having those overwhelming feelings where you can be laughing with a group at once, you know, at one point in time. You'll look over and see something like that and it brings you to tears, basically. So I guess it's not just a game. It really does make a difference. There's a quote that I'll leave you in, I think pretty quick right now, yes, that, you know, you can't always do the big things, but do the small things with great love. Thank you.